Hello, graduates of College of the Canyons class of 2021. I am Dr. Diane Van Hook, and I am honored to serve as your chancellor. It brings me great joy to know that you have the opportunity to be on campus to celebrate your graduation. After being away for more than a year, it is exciting and long overdue that you will be able to be with fellow graduates and walk across the stage, a walk you so deserve in recognition of the earning of your associate's degree from College of the Canyons. What you graduates have achieved is amazing and most worthy of our recognition. This celebration, though different from the traditional way our college marks commencement, is a fitting symbol of what you have overcome in the past 15 months. It honors and is a tribute to your amazing efforts in the face of adversity, your willingness to persevere when faced with unprecedented and unpredictable challenges, and recognizes what it took to stay focused, to push forward, and to not give up. That is indeed reason to celebrate, and that is why we are here today. To applaud you and what you've learned, to celebrate your resilience, to inspire you as you move forward, and to say congratulations. Today feels like an ending as you close the book on your time at College of the Canyons. At the same time, this ceremony presents a moment of opportunity for all of us to look forward and to anticipate your successes that lie ahead, while marking the beginning of the next chapter of your stories. So what did you learn at College of the Canyons in the classroom and beyond? Sometimes the most important lessons aren't learned from books alone, but from what we experience in life. These past 15 months have been rich with experiences and the chance to learn a lot from every barrier, every change, and from your search for hope. The pandemic forced us out of our routines and comfort zones. Faced with ever-present ambiguity, continued uncertainty, and constant change, we learned to adapt and do things we never imagined ourselves doing in ways we never imagined we could do. In the process, we found that we could give up our preferred way of doing things, quickly adapt to new realities, design and deploy solutions where none initially appeared to be present, and ultimately thrive in adversity. We realized that we are stronger than we thought. We know that from your own experiences. The pandemic impacted everybody, but not in the same ways. Some of you found yourselves without work or having to work extra positions with probably no notice when you had to report to work to help make ends meet at home. Perhaps you found yourself in line for food giveaways or helping to staff those food giveaways and worried a little bit about what would happen next and how long would this go on. You had to learn via Zoom when you actually know that you learn better in the classroom. Some of you didn't have your own computer or reliable Wi-Fi or even quiet space at home to study and take classes. Others battled COVID-19 or cared for family and friends sick with the virus. And tragically, a few of you lost someone to COVID and didn't get to hug them and say goodbye. Whatever it was, while you faced obstacles that stood between you and this day, you found a way to overcome them. You became more resilient than you were before, and you became stronger. So what is resilience anyway? Well, simply put, resilience is your ability to advance through adversity. It's more than simply dealing with a setback or getting up after being knocked down. Resilience is your ability to not just endure and survive, but to overcome thrive, and grow. When you come out on the other side, you're better for the experience. You're stronger, you're smarter, and you're more capable. What you learned about yourself and your capabilities this past 15 months and continuing into a little short length of the future here as we work to establish a new normal will inspire you to set aspirational goals and accomplish them. As Olympian Bob Richards explains, it may sound strange, but many champions are made champions by setbacks. Setbacks give us a chance to see who we really are as we grow our resilience muscles. Author Elizabeth Edwards, who battled cancer for 6 years, said, "Resilience is accepting your new reality, even if it's less good than the one you remember that you had before. You can fight it, you can do nothing but scream about what you've lost, or you can accept it and try to put something together that's good." That's exactly what you graduates did. You overcame the challenges that came with the pandemic, and you developed an inner strength, resilience, which is now a rock-solid foundation for your future. Knowing that you're resilient has prepared you to face challenges that come ahead because you have a sense of realistic optimism informed by what you faced to get here today, and because of your lived experiences, you've developed a confidence that is rare to find. Now, when faced with challenges, you will better know how to cope and advance when the unpredictable, unwanted, and undesirable occurs. Life is always unpredictable, and some of it is undesirable. When you grow and you learn and you risk, even when things don't go as expected, when you try something for the first time, you will make mistakes. But because you are resilient, because you're confident in your ability to navigate, you will thrive, and I'm confident that you will keep going. Making mistakes is how we learn and get better, so don't beat yourself up about them. Don't dwell on them. Don't get stuck there. Don't define yourself by your mistakes. Instead, define yourself by what you learned and how you got better. Be proud of that, especially today. Be so proud of that. And remember, you become what you give yourself permission to be. You talk to yourself in your own head more than you talk to any collection of individuals in any given day or month. Remember that the thoughts are happening in your head. If you choose to give yourself the benefit of the doubt, if you choose to give yourself a little woohoo, you did that, and be encouraging and to be inspirational, you're going to be inspired by your own thoughts. The bottom line, there's no one else to be able to find and encourage you when you need it most except you. Always remember, what other people think of you is never as important as what you think of yourself. So inspire yourself as you inspire us at COC. As I look back on all the class of 2021 did, how you became engaged, how you helped others, how you never gave up, how you jumped into the arena, raised your hand, volunteered, and did it anyway, it is very clear to me that the class of 2021 will not be defined by what was lost to the virus, but by how you responded to it and what you gained. If the world is going to get better, it is going to be up to you graduates. With everything unfrozen and up for grabs, this is your time to seize initiative. Class of 2021, this is your generation's moment to shape the world. People can no longer tell you with any kind of certainty that you should be waiting your turn. Nobody can tell you anymore that this is how it's always been done because, frankly, how almost anything has always been done has changed. You have more role models, more maps than ever before. You have more tools, more insight, more strategy, more technology, and talent than any generation before you has had. No generation has been positioned better to be the change they want to see in our world. Now, granted, change is not easy. As you graduates turn the page, leave COC, and move on to the next chapter of your lives, as you step into a post-pandemic world, you will at the same time deal with significant pressure and some anxieties around what your life and our world will be like. You will deal with your own personal struggles. You will manage your apprehensions. You will imagine what's possible, but you will also dare into the unknown. It won't be easy, but I know you can do it. Each of you are unique and have had different experiences, successes, failures, recoveries, and futures. However, what you have in common is that inside of each of you is an invaluable, priceless gift. Each of you is worthy of living boldly and vibrantly every day, of finding gratitude for all you have and the people in your lives, of being appreciative and grateful for your family, your friends, your faculty, the staff, and your outside support group that's helped you. And you each possess the ability to be open to remain possible, remain focused, and remain determined. As you dream and design and choose what to do, pursue your every ambition and go as far as you possibly dream that you can go and want to go. Be the first generation to embrace a new responsibility, a new opportunity, and a responsibility to rebuild community. One of the greatest gifts I've learned during this pandemic is it's really not about me and it's really not about us. We can lean into one another and become our best. If we're committed to community, we benefit by being there for each other. Asking for help doesn't make one weak, it makes one real. If there's one thing we absolutely need right now, it's real people to do real life with. Real success won't be found in moving faster, striving incessantly, living selfishly, playing shallowly, or judging others. The gift of slowing down, engaging, and recognizing what really matters, identifying what really doesn't matter, and embracing this awesome gift that life is exciting and inspiring. As you go forward, seek justice, include people, correct wrongs, love mercy, and walk humbly. Push against pessimism and cynicism and exclusion by stepping forward as engaging, vibrant, beautiful souls and exciting spirits. Be examples of what is good and right and possible. Use disagreements and differences as a way to learn, to further discussion, develop relationships, and bring people together. If every one of our graduates choose to do even some of these things, no matter what your perspective is, it will result in collective solutions that will astonish us all. And that is my hope for all of you. The world has definitely changed, and you have a unique chance in time to determine how we rebuild it, how we restructure it, how we reconnect, and what we value going forward. I ask that you make community and others your priority. As you do, write your own stories. Don't let anyone else write them for you. We look forward to reading them here at COC, as we know they will be stories of courage, of character, of care, and of hope. Given the resilience you've developed, the obstacles you've overcome, and the power that now resides within you, I look forward to seeing the mighty things that College of the Canyons class of 2021 will accomplish. You have the power to make it happen, and I know you will make us all proud and serve as inspiring examples to those who come after you, to future graduates, as you achieve your goals and make your mark in this world. As you leave COC, you join Elite Company, the thousands and thousands of graduates who've come before you and have gone on to achieve and set standards of excellence in education, medicine, law, business, athletics, architecture, construction, entertainment, government, and so much more. So be proud of your achievements and be eager to get to work so that decades from now, you can take a look back and see you left things a little bit better than you found them. I, along with your professors, our college's administrators, staff, and board members, our volunteers who support you, not only salute your current accomplishments, but look forward to what we know will be chances for you to be the change our world needs. Congratulations, graduates. Be inspired and go Cougars!
Hello, I am Dr. Adele Alonso, and I am President of the Board of Trustees. I am pleased to have this opportunity to speak to you today and congratulate you on your graduation from College of the Canyons. This has been a challenging year and a half, so your achievement is even more extraordinary. Under the authority vested in me by the State of California and the Board of Trustees of Santa Clarita Community College District, I confer upon each of you the Associate in Arts or Associate in Science degree. Congratulations and best wishes for a successful, healthy, and happy future.
My favorite memory at COC is going to the Multicultural Festival. I think it was a great experience. I got to learn about so many cultures. I just got to hear live music, and hands down, one of my favorite memories at COC. It was amazing. Somebody that made a huge difference for me at COC was actually one of the counselors. Okay, let's give a round of applause to Anthony Morris. Without him and his constant dedication to just wanting me to do better and be better, I don't think I would have ever got through my first couple of years of college. Without him, I would have never had a support system. And so, Anthony Morris, thank you so much. Without you, it would have never been possible.
Because I'm an international student and I missed the orientation, my first counseling class was very important and very helpful and useful. My professor was Mrs. April, and I think the class in general helped me settle College of the Canyons better.
And I think my favorite memory was taking all of the art classes, specifically with Professor Rebecca Edwards, Megan McDonald, or Mercedes McDonald, and yeah, I just really enjoyed all of the art classes I took here, and I'm really grateful for my experiences here and just learning a lot from this campus and all it has to offer.
I'm really excited to graduate on stage, and I really love the staff at COC. Everyone's really good, everyone's organized and nice, which I really love about. And everyone, especially during this time, they're really helping us out. So thank you.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. As Dean of the School of Visual and Performing Arts, I encourage you to continue to follow your dreams, embrace the constraints, and know that after this incredibly challenging year, you truly can do anything. Very best wishes for a bright future.
I think my favorite part of COC is probably just the community. Just being able to still be here in Santa Clarita and then still like have my friends around and then all be able to go to school together. It's really been good, and it's helped me to, you know, find what I want to do in my life and be able to pursue that further. And I think that COC definitely does a really good job at helping its students to find places where they want to go, and yeah.
Well, as a 74 graduate from College of the Canyons, my wish for 21 is that you deal with adversity and have mental toughness, which I will now call mental awareness. So, hey, step forward, don't step back, enjoy life, lots of bumps in the road as you've experienced the last year, and I wish you all well. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tatiana Ekmekjian. I am a student graduating from College of the Canyons in the year of 2021. My favorite memory from College of the Canyons would probably be journalism, MEA 225. I've learned a lot in this class, and everyone in my group has been really helpful, and I think we've all learned a lot from each other and helping one another.
Okay, perfect. So I used to go to a four-year Syracuse University, and then when COVID hit, I really had to reevaluate everything, and I had been to COC before for summer, and I absolutely loved it. I think the teachers were great, the education was stellar, and I knew that it would also be a lot more affordable. And so I transferred here, and it's been so great. Even online, all the teachers are super sweet, super accommodating, and I feel like even though it's been online, I've enjoyed it nonetheless.
Hi, this is Jason Oliver, Chair of the Architecture and Interior Design program here at COC. And on behalf of the School of Applied Technologies, we wanted to express how excited we are for the graduating class of 2021. And here's to your future and our hope that you enjoy the journey that you're on while pursuing your career dreams. Way to go.
I just want to shout out Michael Felix. He's kind of the catalyst for, one of the catalysts for me wanting to take on history as a major. He's a great professor. He's a great overall just human being. He's great to his students. He cares about them, and he does a great job. I don't know if he's still around, but if he is, I hope to see this. Thank you, Mr. Felix.
Hello, my name is Everett Emerson Fink. I was in the 2-year Promise program, and throughout those 2 years, I really enjoyed my time here at College of the Canyons because I felt like a lot of faculty members, they really have a passion for what they teach. And I could name a long list of the teachers I like, but a few of them that I really appreciated were Brent Riffle and Mr. Kempler, because they just really enjoyed what they did. They try to make the class fun.
Well, I'm actually a legacy, so a lot of my family has gone to COC before, and when I completed high school, it was the perfect transition for me. They had so many resources, and I plan on transferring this year, and just the amount of support that they're giving their transfer students is amazing. Campuses are beautiful, and genuinely it's such a community with such amazing professors that I couldn't have asked for a better college experience.
Hello graduates. Here with you is Dr. Kathy Bakit, Dean of the School of Health Professions and Public Safety, and I'm here to send you a big congratulations on your success and completion. You must be proud of yourself. And to help me with the celebration, I brought my wise owl.
I mean, early on, it was the political science department, the professor Mosley. He's great and super inspiring. And later on, when I decided I was going to do English and creative writing, Aline Terzian from that department, she's just the best, and really supported me and taught me a lot. So, no.
I definitely really like participating in the NASA HASP program here. I was a part of that for the better part of 4 years, actually. So I really enjoyed that.
So I am the first generation student in my family. I'm from Sri Lanka, staying like 11 years in the United States. I'm super glad I made it through because, you know, my English is my second language. And I learned it through the English and made it this much time period and getting the good grades and become a Honai student. I am proud of myself, and I believe my family also proud of myself, proud of me as well.
I mostly went to the TLC for tutoring when I needed help in classes, but I like the COC the most because they offered all these different materials and resources to help me provide to be able to successfully reach the finish line and me graduating here at COC.
My wish for graduating class of 2021 is for you to be able to travel around the world to do whatever your heart makes you happy. At the College of the Canyons, we prepare you for this moment for the few years now. Now you have accomplished it. Just know that if you can make through the pandemic, you can make through everything in life. So I wish you the best of luck and the most of happiness in your life.
I plan on transferring over to Cal Poly, Pomona.
Great. What's your major?
My major is business administration.
Very cool. And you think you'll miss COC?
I'll definitely miss COC, especially since COVID hit in the middle of me attending here. But I've definitely made some memories here within my different classes that I've taken here. And it's been fun, and I'll definitely miss COC.
I wanted to stay home close, like with my family. I'm like a family person. I always love to be around them. And it was also like affordable, and then they had like the first year promise, so it was just like the perfect thing for me, and it felt right. It helped me significantly, and it helped my family like it was just a blessing, to be very honest. Like as soon as I got like the email that like, oh, congratulations, like it literally like lifted a weight off of my shoulders, and it made it like my first couple years of like, you know, after graduation from high school, it just made it so much easier for my life. Like, you know, it's just a blessing.
Greetings, College of the Canyons class of 2021. I'm Andy McCutcheon, your dean, and I would like to congratulate you on behalf of the School of Humanities and the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. As a community college graduate myself, I can attest to the value of the community college experience in my academic and professional career, and I wish you every success with yours, whether this degree is an end in itself or part of your academic journey. From all of us here at College of the Canyons, congratulations. You did it. Woo!
What I liked about College of the COC was I just liked the atmosphere. It was really cool. I liked coming here every day, going to classes, seeing people I knew from high school, and it was a really nice atmosphere. I liked all the teachers, all professors were very professional. I liked all of them. I learned so much useful information and and experience for life here, and I'm kind of sad to leave. I'm not gonna lie. But
What's your major?
Yeah.
Some of my favorite faculty members were just all of my psychology professors. Professor Howe, Professor Rivera, Professor Mahan. They're all great teachers, professors. They really care about their students.
I transferred here from Antelope Valley College because I needed a support program for former foster youth, and you guys have the RISE program, which is absolutely fantastic and has been really instrumental in me getting through college. I am the public affairs officer for this year. Really kind of bittersweet to be graduating and leaving ASG. I run all the ASG social media and advertisement, and it's been a really amazing experience. I've really loved my committee work with the IE Squared committee that works on equity initiatives, and the equity-minded practitioners, and the College Policy Council.
Hi, I'm Kevin Anthony. I'm the department chair for Hotel, Restaurant, and Real Estate. I'm also the director of the Institute of Ethics, Law, and Public Policy here at College of the Canyons. I feel honored to represent the business division and the many great faculty and administrators that we have here at our campus. I want to wish you the very best as you go forward. This has been a tough year. Your self-reliance, your perseverance, your hard work, your dedication, and your smarts have gotten you through one of the most challenging experiences in our history. I wish you the very best. I wish you all the happiness. Keep your life interesting.
Hi, I'm Bryce Vanderklump, and this is my speech, Cap and Gown. When considering what I was going to say in this speech, I found myself at a loss for a while. How could I be positive and inspirational after everything we've gone through over the last year and a half? I realized, however, that my perception behind the meaning of this speech was faulty. I realized that this speech is not about pretending that things are perfect, that the world's our oyster and the sky's the limit if we just set our minds to it. This is a speech about honesty, strength, and pride. It is a few years too late for a Hamilton reference to not be considered outdated. But when I recall what our class, our generation has gone through and accomplished over the last year and a half, I could not find a more suitable expression than history has its eyes on us. History is drawn to action and passion, and I cannot imagine a generation with more traction. For most of my class, 75% of our time here at College of the Canyons ticked by under the quarantine clock, but we have not been idle. A year ago, this sacred ceremony was adapted to darkness, but now I speak to you as it adapts back to the light. And as we emerge from the other side of tribulation, it becomes easier to reflect with exultation. For this year, although we may not be able to share in the same anecdotal community as in the past, we share something greater. Even as we carry wounds that will scar but never disappear, we have shown the nation that we are not immobilized by fear. We are emboldened. We wear the same cap and gown as a dozen generations, but our achievements stand unique. Zealous, we have stood for justice. Jealous, we have made our voices roar. Ravenous, we thirst for more. History has its eyes on us, so when our descendants are left with the task of remembering us, what will they find? They will find us zealous. For we have come out and said that we will not tolerate injustice, that we will not tolerate the iron bars of racial prejudice that have plagued this nation since before its birth, breeding in silence and apathy. No more. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Dante Wright, dozens, thousands of names left without breath. We will say their names with our breath until the systemic breadth of injustice is surmounted. No more will we stand by and allow bigotry and hatred to be picketed in our legislation. Anticipation grows as we demand accountability for injustice and for justice to be standardized. I emphasize these cries because we can do more than empathize. History has its eyes on us, and history will see that we have divorced discrimination. But we are not widows. We stand as willows, weathering blithers to find a nation bride motivated by love, not pride. Zealously, we replace every foundational brick of hate in our country with those of love. And they will find us jealous. For we have made the choice to use our voice in the construction of our nation. For myself and many of my peers, this was the first year we were able to vote. America will never be finished, but we do not stand by and sigh, succumbing to the tide of lineal direction. In the face of unprecedented turmoil, we researched, we campaigned, and we engaged in a sacred process in quantities and quality unlike ever before. Jealously, we have shown that this is our nation too. And they will find us ravenous, for we are hungry and ready for more. Quarantine has caused unspeakable sorrow and grief, but it has also given us a brief reprieve from an outpaced society in a race for popularity. We slowed down, and the pause allowed us to strip away frivolity. Visions have narrowed and focused, and passions have been ignited and reignited. Perhaps it wasn't until we stood 6 feet apart that we finally saw each other. And in those moments where we discovered ourselves, we found a treasure trove of ambition and strength. We wear this cap and gown because we are focused. As we take steps into our future, our paths divulge into 1,000 strands of gold. If a dystopian pandemic cannot falter our steps, how much more will we achieve as we begin a new chapter in our biographies? From nurses to engineers to dancers and singers, politicians and rhetoricians, innovators of business and legends of fitness, we are a diverse cast of beautiful misfits with ethical mischief and ambitious missions. There is so much more ahead of us that our precursor will look like an understated appetizer. History, this is our legacy. But do not close your eyes to us yet, for there is more that we will beget. For today, however, we wear a cap and gown to celebrate. In a year unlike any other, there is so much to congratulate. So congratulations, class of 2021. We did it. And we've just begun. Thank you.
My favorite memory here at COC is actually being on the tennis team and getting to play for the school, as well as taking the great classes that they offer and getting all the classes I need, being able to transfer, and they make it really easy for us.
Great. I would like to thank Mary Bates, who allowed me to get a job, to have to work for her at the geography department, and also Professor Demergy, and my calculus teacher. She really made it easy and fun, even over Zoom. So I really appreciate that.
One of my favorite memories is actually from when I first came here. It was kind of like a huge wake-up call. I was in this storyboarding class, and there was so much work, but one of my favorite memories was getting it all done and being able to present it and just showing people something I'm really proud of.
Good day, everyone. My name is Professor David Anders, and I am President of the Academic Senate here at College of the Canyons. I want to congratulate all of you on your academic accomplishments. As President of the Academic Senate, I represent the hundreds of professors that teach here at COC and have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of knowledge and the education of others. All faculty members, more than you might ever have realized, know exactly how you feel and what an accomplishment it is to be walking the stage in receipt of your degrees. All of them once found themselves in the position you find yourselves in here today. As I often tell my students, graduating from college is not merely achieved by dedicating yourselves to the content of your courses and chosen fields of study, but by the diligent commitment required to navigate all the hurdles, logistics, and administrative requirements necessary to reach this point in your academic careers. As you studied for your midterm and final exams, read your assigned textbooks, and completed all of your course requirements, you were simultaneously dealing with ongoing registration requirements, counseling appointments, financial aid forms, as well as any number of other demands and personal circumstances. Having graduated from COC indicates to the world around you that you are a dedicated individual who is committed to an arduous institutional process. Having seen that through to fruition is itself worthy of praise and celebration. President Calvin Coolidge once said, "Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent." I first learned of that quote from my mother, who shared it with me many years ago as I struggled forward on the path toward my own intended goals. It is truly one of my favorite quotes, as my mother knew it described a characteristic I possessed. I share it with you because all of you have proven your own dogged and determined character. You just spent the last 15 months moving forward toward your goals in the midst of a global pandemic and one of the greatest economic crises in nearly 100 years. All faculty here at COC know that being asked to switch almost the entirety of your instructional experience to the online, remote environment was not what you had imagined or planned. Nothing the world has experienced over the course of the pandemic could have been entirely planned for. And so, having been determined to remain on the path toward graduation in such an environment is itself a measure of your commitment and tenaciousness. The knowledge and education you now possess is a foundation upon which you will rely to advance human, social, and global development. That education is a springboard to greater education at university, the workplace, or whatever circumstance life takes you to. You will always be learning, and you will always need to learn. Do not be static. Push yourselves to use your education toward the betterment of your chosen field of study and life in general. But as President Coolidge stated, education needs to be coupled with the omnipotence of your continual persistence and determination toward being the best at what you choose to apply yourselves to. And so with that, by the power and authority vested in me as the Academic Senate President, it is my honor to congratulate you and to participate in the formal process of conferring your degrees upon you this June of 2021. Once again, congratulations to all of you.